Welcome to module number 6. In this module, we will cover syllabus area number 6, which is approach to implementation. How do we go about implementing MoV? So this kind of covers sections 5.0 to 5.7 of the official manual. So what is it that we're going to study in this particular module? We're going to look into the various steps that we take to implement. We're going to look into planning the MoV activities. What does it entail? Understand and articulate value, prioritize value, improve value, quantify value, monitor improvements in value, and finally, lessons learned. So this section covers syllabus areas pertaining to approach to implementation in chapter 5 of the official guide. So we plan the activities. So as a part of planning the activities, we create the MoV project plan. We understand the program and project organization. We would have an integrated MoV study team, and we plan to use throughout the project. It is not something that we do only at the start, but we do that throughout the life cycle of an initiative. So here we have a generic example of an MoV study plan. So we might want to kind of define the study objectives. It could be project objectives or program objectives. We select the people. We identify the process to be used. We provide training as necessary to enable the participants. We gather and analyze info. We identify the necessary function to fulfill objectives, and we prioritize the value drivers and develop value profiles. We identify how to measure performance against the value drivers. We set targets for benefit improvement plus user resources. We apply processes and develop value improvement proposals. We agree on implementation plans. We monitor and measure implementation of proposals, and finally record the outcome and feedback for continuous improvement. So here we have a diagram of integrated program and project plans. So the MoV policy could be set by the board members, and the policy could be executed by an implementation strategy, which integrates the policy across the organization. And then the strategy is executed via a program plan, how to implement MoV across projects or programs. And then every project would have an MoV project plan. How do we implement MoV in a particular project? Here we have the program and project organization. This is just a suggested arrangement and should be proportionate to the scale of the MoV study. So we have an MoV representative on the executive board, and then we could have a steering group, which could be an MoV board. There could be a senior MoV practitioner, MoV study leaders working with MoV study teams. On the left side, we have the program project environment. Program managers, project team members, they kind of coordinate with the roles on the MoV front. So here we have a good example of MoV across key project stages. So let's use a Prince2 approach, for example. Let's say during the startup phase, we are seeking for an authority to initiate the project. Now, the traditional project stages would be the inception stage. Prince2 uses the term startup. Now, as a part of the startup phase, the focus of MoV is on validating the need for the project. Why is it that we need to invest? And the main study output is information to improve the business case. In fact, at the end of this particular phase, we have a couple of gateway reviews. We are doing a strategic assessment review and a business justification review. By the way, gateway reviews are Treasury recommended reviews for significant investments. For example, if an investment is greater than $15 million, it has to go through, let's say, a Treasury recommended gateway review process. And when we come to phase number 2, let's say initiating a project, traditional project stages could include a concept stage or a feasibility stage. So the focus of MoV is defining the project and assessing the various options. So the main study output would be a functional definition of a project, information to clarify a viable brief, and relevant gateway reviews could be gateway review 2, wherein we're checking if the investment has a delivery strategy, and this could give a go-ahead decision. And then as a part of gateway review 3, we are making an investment decision. And then as a part of delivery phases, some of the relevant MoV focus would be balance benefits and resources for maximizing value, delivery processes. We are making sure that the delivery is optimized. We review the outcomes, making sure that the lessons learned are there for continuous improvement. And finally, as a part of post-project review, we might focus on review outcomes and improving operations. And the study output could be an improved operational efficiency. A few more ideas in terms of the approach to implementation: understanding and articulate value, aligning with the organization's culture. Good to kind of use a value cascading tool. We'll kind of look into an example of a value cascade. Prioritize the value drivers. If you remember, in one of the preceding slides, we looked into an example of a hospital project and how we could take the various value drivers and assign a particular relative value. We could use prioritization using pairwise comparison techniques. We articulate value by defining the value drivers, by creating value trees, relationship with organizations, business, and market proposition. Here we have an example of a value cascade. I mean, generally speaking, when we define value for a particular project or a program, the journey kind of begins with the organizational goals, strategy, the vision, the mission. So from there, we kind of cascade it down to the portfolio vision. The portfolio vision could be broken down into program objectives. Program objectives could be broken down into project objectives. So it's a kind of upward down cascading. And we could also use the why approach. Why are we doing this? So both of these are good approaches towards understanding the value cascade. Improving value is one of the key focuses of implementation. Some of the questions we might ask is there a different way of delivering a function? How else to deliver a function? We redistribute resources to maximize value. We make the right trade-offs. And we quantify value by using value ratios. Use of resources is to quantify satisfying needs, grouping proposals, etc. Remember, we looked into an example of a value index and value for money ratio, and we could use it along with benefits management. Monitoring improvements in value, realization of expected benefits is a key. Oftentimes, a particular investment could be accomplished within a timeline, but then the realization of those benefits could happen significant number of months after the completion of the project. So we got to monitor improvements in value. Lessons learned, improve individual and team performance, feedback lessons across a program or project, feedback lessons to the organization's initial projects. And this kind of brings us to the end of module number 6, wherein we've covered syllabus area number 6. Thank you for watching.